on, guys? I'm just gonna be going over basically how to assemble these AEON German hookahs. Or call them shishas. Today I have the AEON Edition 4 Lounge and the AEON Edition 4 Premium. So there's a slight difference with these two. The bases are interchangeable, or the bowls are interchangeable. All the parts are really interchangeable. The only difference, big difference, is the Lounge has 1 hose port and the Premium has 4 hose ports. But today I decided to clean it and just make a quick video on assembling them, the different ways you could assemble them, different heads that AEON provides. So it's all pretty cool. But real quick, let me assemble the Lounge first. All right, so let's start with the Lounge. First, it has the single hose port and an attachment in which you could put your downstem in. Now, there's a big difference between the Premium and the Lounge version downstems. The Lounge comes in 1 single formed piece, as the Premium actually comes in 2-piece configuration. So as you can see, you can actually shorten this this piece to, depending on your variable and water level within the bowl. But and screw to here a bit. So there, now you have a shorter piece for the Premium version, but all these downstems and most of the accessories are interchangeable between the Lounge and the Premium versions. But so we flip that over. I'm going to put the Lounge stem in this one, and assembly is pretty simple. As you can see, I'm doing it with one hand. I just haven't seen a lot of US or English videos on how to assemble these, and I was just really interested in the design and loved it. So I told myself, well, I need to get one. And AEON's been a great company to order from directly. They ship worldwide, and German quality at its finest here. As you can see, there's no grommet here. It's just pure CNC machinery, and there's only a couple twists like that. So if you look at the top, the purge comes out this way. So when you blow out, the smoke actually comes up. Another big difference between the Lounge and the Premium: Lounge comes this standard top stem, and this is where actually the smoke comes out of and blows up. But the Premium actually comes with top stem, a smoke stem I should say, that is the same exact design as the Lounge. Only difference, similar to the downstem, is that you could actually shorten or heighten the whole top. But for this Lounge, I had purchased the additional and optional inverted smoke column. So what this is a 3-piece unit, technically 4 pieces, but as you can see, it is now blocking off where it purges out of, normally around the ring. So instead, you're wondering, where does it purge out of? It starts to purge out of here. But the reason why it's called inverted is because there's interchangeable sleeves that you can put here that will allow the smoke to go through the sleeve and blow out through these tiny little holes up there, which is pretty cool. So thought that was really interesting, thought it was a must-have. But there's different types of sleeves you could get, like a shiny black carbon fiber, matte black carbon fiber. Overall, it really enhances the look of the entire piece. So nothing too serious, but really just aesthetics. I'm gonna go with the green one today. Basically that just connects right there. So then last piece is the cold tray. Traditionally, in a normal setup. I'll show it in the premium. These two pieces actually connect and the cold tray goes in between it. But for an inverted smoke column, the top piece actually goes directly onto the inverted smoke column. So easiest way to do this, just line it up right there. And to go ahead and start fastening it there. So now you have a completed hookah. Just put the grommet there. I actually got one of their bowls that match the base of, you know, the actual shisha. Place it on top. I think that looks pretty good. Now for the premium version, as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference. Since it has 4 hose ports, it does rely on their own interchangeable purge systems. I haven't fully, found out how to exactly fine tune, but you could actually take a pick and dial each one to be more pressure or less pressure. So essentially, same process where you would put your down stem. It's in the middle. And for the premium, I usually keep short, so I add more water. There you go. And I usually do add this diffuser, which is also standard on the premium and optional on the lounge. I want to make that clear. I got the lounge with the diffuser by ordering it separately. But the diffuser helps with, less noise and a smoother pull. So once that's connected, connect it there. So this is the premium version. Main module, I like to call it. And essentially in each hose port, there is about a 6mm glass ball that goes in so that each person can actually smoke without having to hold the end of the hose as a typical one, or typical hookahs that do that. So then you put this top stem right there, smoke column, but as you can see, there's still a space for the smoke to purge out of here that no longer exists since it's going to purge out of the top. So now that that's there, there's that piece for the cold tray. Line it up. Normally you would just add the cold tray with the other piece, but since I'm only working one hand here, now that's the beauty of it. You can take off the whole thing in one swoop, put it back on. It's really simple and really well machined. But one extra thing that is nice to do here on this 18x8 what they call schliff or cut is you could put a molasses catcher on this, and I think that's pretty cool because it actually filters out tobacco coming from the head and goes into this catch rather than going straight to your base or your bowl. So usually I don't like to leave it empty. I usually do put flavored water, or not flavored but colored water in here, just for a little pizzazz. Yep, so it looks a little bit cooler. There's different variations, but of course AEON everything. So then you would put grommet back on here, and once again, that's all it is, connected together. So I'll put these to the side. Now you're wondering, where does the hose go? Since it has 4 hose connectors, you could actually connect 4 separate hoses to this, and it does work well, I will say. That looks pretty good. And then for the lounge, it's just one. Now there's also a slight difference that, attention to details. The lounge hose connector is basically straight. Since there's no ball in here, there's no need to catch, make a stop here. But there is a ball in the premium in which they had to create or design little 4 cuts to prevent the ball from sucking in through the hose. So that's actually pretty smart. And even smarter, they created these basically these little stoppers. When you purge out and you're only smoking out of one hose, smoke still comes throughout the other hose ports, but if you put these little stoppers straight from AEON, it actually comes out of the smoke stem a lot thicker when you purge out. So that's how it looks. I think I'll put either this, put this one on here. Go. And then I have my heat management devices, Cloud Lotus 1 Plus, Cloud Lotus 1 Plus, but in black. They work really well with these bowls still. And just top it off with a wind deflector for this one. That's pretty much 2 completed lounge and premium AEON German hookahs. Last but not least, you're gonna need your hoses. I only use premium silicone hoses since these are easy to wash and they don't bend so easily when they come over here, come off the hose port, where you need like a spring to support it. But essentially I use a carbon fiber black mat for the Phantom Lounge. So I also don't put it all the way to the bottom since it can get stuck pretty nice and snug there, but for now I'll just show it in that fashion. And you need a hose tip to go with everything. So I also have an AEON carbon fiber hose tip, or Mundstück they call it, the mouthpiece, essentially to connect over here. Now it's connected. So that whole look is pretty great. And if you change the inverted columns here, these different sleeves, you could actually match it even more to carbon fiber blacked out look. But I do like the green alien look right now. As for the red, I left an open port here. I like to go with a candy cane hose because it looks fairly festive, even though it's nowhere near Christmas during the shooting of this video. But there's a white hose. Looks like that. So now you're probably, one last thing that I did forget to mention is that the inverted smoke column, you're probably wondering why can't I add a molasses catch just there. Fun fact, you actually can. All you have to do is order another adapter for 18x8 cut to go on top of here. And all that takes is this adapter that I ordered straight from AEON as well, that you screw on. And that's basically a 29x2, I believe, cut. But that goes straight on there. So now you have the same exact cut as your standard stem. So that allows you to actually put any type of molasses catcher, any different configuration there. But for now, let me show you with this molasses catcher. It's not as sleek looking and it's definitely a lot higher, but if you definitely want a molasses catcher that works well with the hookah, I suggest getting this. But overall, I think you'd be pretty happy with just the inverted smoke column alone. There you have it. Drop any comments if you have any questions. Let me know, since I don't see too many reviews in the US for these hookahs, and they're wonderful, wonderful pieces. I wish I could keep getting, and I probably will. So stay updated, stay hydrated, stay safe, and talk to you.